Hey guys, welcome to Demolition Ranch. I recently uploaded a video, it was a viewer suggestion, to get a live 12 gauge shotgun shell and shoot the primer with a 22 caliber rifle and see what happens. And I did that, and it was sort of it wasn't a very dramatic video. So had a lot of commenters on that video say that they wanted me to try it with a pellet gun or a BB gun and see what happens. Basically they were describing the physics of what they thought happened, and I agree with them. It was the 22 bullet went through the primer and exploded it, but left a huge hole in the back of the shotgun shell, blowing out all the powder. So if you shoot it with a BB gun, in theory, it won't have that hole there to escape, and the gas won't go out the path of least resistance. It'll hopefully go out the front, which I'm still not sure what'll happen, but we're here to find out. Let's see what we got. So this is the setup. This is an air rifle. I have it tied down to the top of this barrel, and it will be shooting out a BB straight at the primer of this shotgun shell. This is a birdshot round, and I have wired it to this full water jug just to see if there is any power coming out of it. I am a little worried about this shotgun shell flying back at me, so I've rigged up a string to the trigger, and it runs back behind that big oak tree. That's what I'll be hiding behind when I fire the rifle. Let's see what we have here. That's where it hit the primer. It looks like it totally exploded that primer. Doesn't look like anything came out of the end there. I assume all the gas went out of this hole in the primer. Just cut this open with my pocket knife just to see if there was still powder in there, and there is. It looks like this is all unburned powder. Not sure why that didn't burn, because that primer looks like it burned all the way through. So it's strange to me that it bulged the end of that shotgun shell without burning all that powder. And had a lot of people in the last video say that the reason my last video wasn't very exciting was because there's no compression. They said you need to put the shotgun shell in a shotgun barrel because the barrel adds the compression, and that's what makes all the powder burn up. So we have a shotgun barrel. We're going to try it out. So the setup now is it's shooting the pellets straight into the primer of the 12 gauge shotgun shell, which is in the barrel, and it's in as deep as it'll go in the chamber. I put the water jug at the end just in case it does shoot something out the end, but my hopes are kind of fading for that. Okay, fire in the hole. Here's the water jug. A good amount of the BBs were still inside of it. Let's see what happened here. Okay, here you can see that it popped the primer just like the other one, but this time it did fire backwards. And you can see an imprint of the pellet gun barrel in it. So it likely would have fired straight back at me, but it bounced off that barrel right there. And it did fire everything out, wad and all, straight out the end of the shotgun barrel. It did pretty much what everyone expected it to do. It needed a barrel to fire. It still is interesting to me that this one would not burn all that powder just because it didn't have a barrel around it. And the shell's not bulged or anything like it was going to explode this way. It just needed that extra compression. And you could hear on the video how it fired once when you could hear the primer go off, and then you could hear the blast of all the powder burning. Thanks for all the suggestions, and thanks for watching Demolition Ranch. We will see you next time.